Hello everyone, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm super happy to have you here. I just want to take care of one thing real quick. I have a lot going on in these next few days, and so I have noticed that I am getting emails inquiring about personal readings. And so I can't respond to every single one of them. So I just want to say here briefly, if you want to schedule a private reading, you do that by going to elysianlotus.com. I think the website is in the description box underneath the video. And you just schedule everything through there. The readings are half an hour long and they are live over Zoom. So you have to have the ability to get on Zoom. All right. And as soon as you schedule a reading, you will receive the Zoom invitation link, and you just click on that, and then I'll meet you there at your scheduled time. The only time that isn't true is for Saturday bookings. Those links to that come manually from my tech person. So you'll get it before your Saturday reading always, but it just isn't automatically generated. They started as an emergency, people needing emergency readings, and so yeah, and it just, yeah. Anyway, it's developed into what it is. And so it's pretty straightforward, I feel like, and I hope that answers all the questions that are in my inbox. If you've sent me an email and I haven't responded, please know it's just because I'm really got a lot going on right now. All right, let's dive into your reading. Okay, for Pisces, please, Spirit. For Pisces, please show me what Pisces needs to know. All right. Wow. Oh, man. Oh. Wow. Okay. So, wow. You know, this healing chaos card, like when this energy first came out, it was giving me like taking a beat, like having something kind of rough happening, and then, you know, having this moment of stillness where there's not a lot going on, where you can just kind of recover. And then you are starting something new, obviously, here, but you're doing it with new wisdom, with a deeper understanding of yourself. Like, you're not navigating it as the same person that you were navigating before. But then, as I was about to say that, the energy came through of actually healing a connection. And it's like healing chaos. You know when you see those things where they change grammar and they put like a comma in and it completely changes what the sentence means, or like how you even read it? That's kind of what happened here. Like, that was the energy that I got. And it was like, not, instead of it being like healing after chaos, it's like healing something that chaos created. I hope this makes sense. It's like, this chaos, you know, chaos is like uncontrolled. It's like I just keep getting connected to an accident, like it wasn't someone's intention to create this chaos, or like they didn't set out to do it, or it's not even like that. It's like, it's giving me like misunderstanding, or not paying attention, or misreading the signals, or it's giving me like all these plausible traffic accidents and the reason that happened, but it's giving it to me literally as like a relationship. So take it as it resonates, but it's like, you know, maybe someone was distracted and they wrecked. Maybe someone misread the sign that said, you know, curvy road ahead, and, or, you know, and didn't compensate for it fast enough, and there was an accident. maybe, you know, or like misread a highway exit sign or entrance ramp sign or something, and boom, there's an accident. You know, misread a signal. It's giving me a signal. And misread a signal or a sign even. And like, it's like chaos ensued. It's like, I didn't even realize that that was so important when I was seeing it, or when I was passing it, or when I was experiencing it. But it like missing that sign, that signal, or being distracted in that moment. It's like it really cost a lot. It really created this chaos. And it was really unexpected. Like, I keep getting this as like a surprise, you know, like a tornado. You know, when we have hurricanes here, you know, we know the hurricane is coming, and we're literally watching this massive, massive, massive hurricane, you know, come, gonna swallow my state, Florida, whole, right? And it's being, you know, what is it? Like, I'm getting precipitated, but that's not it. Predicted, right? Okay, yeah. For a long time in advance, and it's like we're watching this move and get closer and closer and closer, and then we watch it kind of swallow the state whole. Okay? But within the hurricane, there are tornadoes. And, you know, we get these like tornado warnings, tornado watches, like our phones go off in the middle of the night, you know, and it's really unpredictable. It's just like there's this cloud formation that's sending up this like purple energy that, you know, we could have a tornado, and then it's like, okay, there's confirmations of a tornado touching down in Sefner, I don't know where that came from, Florida or whatever, you know, and then you're kind of watching that cloud, and you're seeing how it's moving and where it is in relation to you and all of this, but it's kind of, it just like pops up out of nowhere, and it's really unpredictable, and the path that it takes is pretty unpredictable. And, you know, it's very different than the hurricane, you know, and so it's like, like, I don't know how to even freaking say this, but it's like, someone may have been more concerned about the usual things, or the things that you expect in a relationship, or that you sort of see coming, or you sort of predict in a relationship, that they may have missed a warning signal for something that was equally destructive or equally dangerous, that like popped out of nowhere and created all this chaos. Because like, if you go to where the tornadoes hit down during a hurricane, you know, the damage of a hurricane is just dramatic. It's huge, and it's a big wide swath, and it's a lot of flooding, and it's a big mess. But where a hurricane touches down, it's like, a tornado touches down, it's like everything got blown apart. Houses are upended. Cars are flipped over. Trees have just literally been ripped out of the earth. That happens with a hurricane, but it's more like from water and wind, rather than like this really chaotic event. You know what I mean? And it takes a while with a tornado to like sort things out, to like figure out, oh, this is my neighbor's pool from down the street that ended up in my yard. Like, that actually happened to me once. But it was my child's play pool that ended up in my neighbor's yard. And that we forgot was on the side of our house. We just forgot to grab it. I don't know what happened, but it ended up in our neighbor's yard, and she was hilarious when she brought it back. But the thing is that, right, we have these, it's like there were warning signs. Like, there were these purple flashes. I just cannot describe this energy that I'm getting here. Anyway, and it's like, okay, now we figured out what's what, or maybe we like took the time to like explore it, figure it out. I'm getting like, even like plot a course of action. To transform the situation, to fix it, you can't ever put anything back the way that it was before with chaos, you know, but you can you can build it differently and better, but there's almost this acknowledgement of like, oh man, I didn't mean to do that, or like that maybe I didn't think about the consequences that would result from this action, or from not being vigilant about this, or from overlooking this, or allowing myself to be distracted, or I'm even getting, for some of you, it's like prioritizing the hurricane over the tornado, or prioritizing like a loss of power over whatever. It just, I don't know how to describe it, and I don't know why it's coming through. Well, there's a tornado right here, right? So I'm definitely being influenced by that. But like, there were warning signs. There may have even been communication. There may have even been talk. I'm seeing like Amber Alert on my phone, or I have alerts that come up that are attached to like my weather app or my hurricane app. It's like, so there may have been communication. We may have even been texting back and forth. Maybe we were texting and one of us misread the other one's text, or the meaning behind it, or sometimes when we are in a period of fear of like the hurricane moving in, we're so focused on that when another warning pops up, we're like, oh, I don't have to pay attention to that because right now I've got to deal with this hurricane. And so, or that can trigger something else that's feeling insecure or vulnerable because of the hurricane. You see what I'm saying? I hope it's making sense. Anyway, the thing is, it's getting another chance. This is an energy of like healing. With this stillness, it's like once I removed myself from this chaotic situation, it's like it became much more clear, and I was able to reflect. When water is very still, we can see our reflection in it. And it's giving me this like, once the chaos was over and the things died down and it was able to be calm, then it's like it all became very clear to me. It all became something I could understand. Well, now I'm trying to have a new beginning here. But I'm doing it differently because this was a major learning experience, okay? So, all right, let's see. For Pisces. Wow, for Pisces. Yeah, see, that reflection, that stillness bringing clarity. I definitely get that so strongly. Oh. This is like a deep soul connection. They're like, okay, when you can actually see your future with someone else, or you actually feel like a really deep connection to someone else, like I could see my forever with you, it triggers something inside you, where you do feel more vulnerable. You feel like the stakes are higher, like, yeah. So anyway, I don't need to go further into that, but anyway, there is almost like a protective nature that is like triggered within someone. It's like, I don't want to lose this. I don't want someone may have a bit of a jealous nature. I mean, right, jealousy is a very human emotion, and it does, I don't know. I personally really don't have a lot of experience with jealousy. I hate jealousy. Like, and it always blows my mind, like how jealous people are, and of whom they're jealous. Like people, they they could be happy for, they're jealous of, instead of being happy for them. Like, jealousy is just a terrible thing. It just really wreaks a lot of havoc. But there's just this energy. I get more of a like, I want to protect this. Like, I'm very protective of this. And that feeling of wanting to be protective of it is, I want to say it's like, I don't know if it's triggering an insecurity, or if it's a result of an insecurity, or if, like, I just feel that there's like a connection between this, I need to protect this, and this, it's like an insecurity. I protect what's mine kind of energy. That alone doesn't feel like it would be the end of something. Oh, wow. Okay, well, this is an example, and this is what's coming through. So this may not be your story here, but like, it's somebody's. So, you know, we project from a space of insecurity. Honey Beckett, hey, if you guys are gonna play, that's good to play. I'm happy that you're playing, but just do it not in the office. Can you do it out there, please? I love you. So, if you're projecting from a space of insecurity, and your insecurity is that you really can see a future with somebody, and you know, you don't want to be controlling, you don't want to be, it's like the hurricane, right? These things that like come out as a result of these, I'm looking for all these things, or I'm watching all these things, but I'm not realizing something else, and it's coming through like ego, like pride, like maybe I tell myself I'm better than you so that I don't feel like you're better than me. Or I really focus heavily on my own success, or the things that I have going for me, so that I don't feel inadequate for you. Do you see what I'm saying? And then it's like, it what it does is it makes something go out of balance. And especially if the other person isn't, you know, kind of having those same issues or those same feelings, there's nothing really to balance it out. So then there's a whole lot of projection. And it's like someone is even seeing this. I'm getting, it's like embarrassing. You know, what's being reflected back to this person about where this energy came from, or how they behaved, or even it's like the perspective that they had, or the way they were looking at it. There's almost like an embarrassment. Like, I can't believe that I was like that. And you know, when we're embarrassed about something, we don't want to face it, right? We hide. You know, we cover our face, and we're like, oh no, you know, like, I don't want anyone to see me. I don't want anyone to know that was me. You know what I mean? Kind of energy, like, just let the earth swallow me whole. And, you know, this also feels like someone that struggles to, I don't want to say, you know, like, struggles to not have all the answers, or to not come across in a certain way. You know, they struggle to show any vulnerability or any weakness, right? But it's like, when this person looks back on the situation and how they behaved, and really like what was really underlying it, which is, I can see my whole life with you, and I behaved this way, I'm mortified. That's what I'm getting. When I look back, I'm mortified. They really crave to just be close. They really crave to just kind of like be vulnerable, to like drop the pretenses, drop everything, and just like not let these things get between us, is what I'm getting. Yeah, there's change underneath that. All right, so someone's had a lot of clarity about their behavior and even about like kind of like where it came from and why. Or like even how it looked or how it appeared. It's almost like being called out without being called out. It's like being called out by your own reflection. And especially if it's not something that was balanced out by like the other person. Like if they were alone in this energy, then the reflection is even like stronger, more pronounced. That's how it's coming across to me. It's like by the absence of it, its presence becomes even more apparent, if that makes sense. Okay, so you have apology, expansion, and ask your angels. To be honest with you, I feel like this person had like kind of a come to Jesus moment. You know, being embarrassed by our own behavior, or being looking back and realizing that this insecurity that we were trying to hide from somebody was glaringly apparent, or, you know, at least it's glaringly apparent to us when we look back on it. The funny thing about that is it may have just been a source of confusion or a source of chaos to someone else. Like, if I'm coming at you and I'm like, hey, do you have the answer to 2 + 4? And you're like, yeah, the answer is C parentheses pi plus 8 parentheses da 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 da, and like you go way overboard to show that like you have a lot to offer when it comes to math help or something, but you're just overcomplicating the situation to show off or to feel validated or useful or important or worthy or something. Do you see what I'm saying? And then it's like they go down the hall, they go, oh, okay, thanks. And they go down the hall and they go to somebody else, do you know what 2 + 4 is? And they're like, yes, 6. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, oh my God, why did I do that? Like, I made that so complicated, da 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 da. And you wonder, do they know where that came from? Do they know that the source of that was that insecurity that I had, that I was having, that, you know, I could lose this, or that I was feeling really protective of it, that I didn't want to show you that I was being controlling, or that maybe I didn't even want to show you how much it actually mattered to me or what I actually saw. Maybe I was afraid to acknowledge that I even saw this as being a long-term connection, or I saw it as working out and I panicked and I behaved this way, or it manifested in this way. You see what I'm saying? But now I'm like mortified about it. I may not know if you know the exact interpretation, but it's like feeling like you were walking around at school naked all day and you didn't notice, but everyone else did, but no one told you kind of energy. Okay. I don't know. You guys, seriously, what the hell? But anyway, it's like this person, I feel like it left them in a bit of a come to Jesus moment of like, oh man, how do I face this again? But they have to because it's so important to them. They can't just walk away from it. You know, it's like one of those situations where they wish they could just be like, oh, first date jitters, you know, whatever, they're never going to call me and I'm never going to call them. But it's not like that. It's like, I saw my forever with you. I can't just walk away from it that easily. Or maybe even your lives are even tied up to each other. Like maybe you even like work together, or you have friends in common or something like that, where it feels like they can't hide. You know, they can't really make this choice. And I feel like they may have actually, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, this feels like it's out of my wheelhouse. It feels like if I keep trying to deal with this from my human perspective, I'm only going to make it worse, or I'm only going to complicate it, or, you know, it's not going to get better. So there is this energy where I almost feel like someone's like praying or being like, look, if you're out there, now would be the time to show your face. Now would be the time to help me. Now would be the time to fix this, you know? But it feels like it's a really good thing, because it feels like it's expanding this person into kind of a deeper level of spirituality, and even like like a if it's meant to be kind of thing, or like everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to, where is the gift kind of thing. Like it's causing a reaction in this person that they didn't normally have, or that they didn't normally experience, or that they weren't normally like. And I feel like this apology, a real true apology, is so rare and raw and true and authentic. You know, it's that Page of Cups energy, and it's like, here's my truest truth. You know, and it's someone really super being stripped down bare and vulnerable. And I feel like that is what is leading to this new beginning, this new opportunity. And it just feels like once I get this back together, it's just going to be like, I'm not going to do these things anymore. I'm not going to turn an easy addition fact into a crazy equation anymore. I'm going to just be straightforward. It's going to give me permission to just be myself and to just acknowledge my truth and admit my truth. And they may even be getting like divine help in this way. And it can be even through healing. Let's dive into the tarot and find out. I do feel communication coming in. I have been feeling this for a while, and you do have apology here. There's also a guitar here, which keeps giving me communication. Maybe even through a song, somebody sending a song. There are flowers there also. Somebody may want to bring flowers or something. Yeah. Wow. Someone's fear caused this chaos. This is giving me volcano energy. It's giving me, you know, volcanoes, I think they erupt kind of unexpectedly. I mean, I think sometimes we know they're going to erupt, but like, I don't think always we know they're going to erupt. Or maybe even to the degree. It's like this surprise chaos. I don't know how to describe it, but it erupted from a space of fear or insecurity. And it caused someone to be really misaligned, to take action or to say things or to do things that were not reflective of how they really felt. It's like they really felt like, oh my gosh, this could be it for me. You know, I'm feeling vulnerable, and I'm feeling love, and I'm feeling attached, and you know, a sense of connectedness with someone that I really have never even experienced. And my reaction is this, you know, trying to hide it, or trying to even hide the insecurities that it's bringing out in me, because I feel so strongly and so seriously about it. And so, you know, with the Seven of Swords, it's deceptive energy. It's like, it's coming out like how my behavior is or what I'm saying has nothing to do with what I'm really feeling at the root of this. And then you have the Star coming out with the Strength, which is, it is a healing energy. And the Strength is always how we overcome our lower vibrational energies. The Strength in the Star also denotes a very, very, very serious soulmate connection. You know, this is like real deep. And, you know, sometimes it can be, you know, this particular Star card is giving me like Wonder Woman vibes for some reason. And it's kind of giving me, you know, you may have kind of worked through your own fears and insecurities on your own, or you may have even been projecting someone who kind of has it all together, or even potentially like in comparison to that person, it may have seemed like you had it all together, or maybe you've already learned this lesson or these lessons. And so, because it's giving me someone who's like, okay, well, you figure it out, and I'm here, but like, you know, I'm not going to play this game or give into this lower vibrational energy. I've already overcome that. I've already moved through that space. I'm not going back there, and I'm not indulging your deceptiveness. I'm going to take you at face value. And if you act like this, I'm going to believe you. Or if you say something to me, I'm going to believe you. And I'm going to leave you to it. And your own reflection and the reflection of your life back to you is going to show you that misalignment. I just have to trust it. I have a couple of Piscean friends. And one of them kind of had a bit of a, I don't know, a breakup or like a rough patch in the road here recently. And the other one got into a real serious kind of thing. And I don't know. It's like, it's interesting. Yeah. See, you have the Seven of Swords being clarified by the Eight of Swords. This is someone's own limiting belief system. It's them with them and their own self-entrapment. And it's like a cage they put themselves in. It's not even real. It's like none of this was actually really necessary or was really happening. I think that's why this person is kind of like so embarrassed. With the Tower, though, you know, clarifying the Star card and the Strength card, that's actually kind of incredible energy, because it is through the falling apart that we rise into our highest. The Star card directly follows the Tower in the tarot in the major arcana. And it's like after everything just sort of falls apart and nothing is left standing, nothing looks the way that it did, that's when I kind of have to go into this energy of asking my angels. It's like when I have to kind of believe that there is a purpose and a reason and fate, and there's a reason why this happened. And you know what I mean? It's like I don't want to say we all gravitate toward these, like, this kind of core belief, you know, after that, but like it is a common response for us as humans, as spiritual beings having a human experience, to have this. And you do have the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which, you know, I feel like this is someone being very defensive, or, you know, this may even be someone, you know, okay, first of all, we have like a shooting star in the background of this card, which is like giving me this vibe of, you know, this is something that it's like I'm so lucky to have seen it or experienced it. It's just something that's uncommon. It doesn't happen very often, and it's like a wish coming true. And it's like, I don't want to lose it. I don't want to, you know, kind of energy, but I'm distracted. It's like, here's the hurricane or here's the tornado. I mean, or here, I'm focused on this hurricane here, and there's the tornado. I don't know, you guys, you get what I'm saying to you. But with these 7 wands right here, it's like someone is really focused possibly on competition or on all the things that could bring this down, or all their, you know, all the things that, yeah, could that they feel they have to defend against or protect something against. And it's like, it caused them to miss the moment itself. I just don't even know how to describe it. I am going to take one on this Tower. Well, I guess we're getting 3. Yeah, so we have the 4 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the 10 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands. This is someone who's just completely distracted. You know, they may have been in the process of closing out a burdensome cycle in their own life when you met them. And it may be something that, like, you could have even seen it very clearly, or it could be something. The Queen of Swords has survived the entire sword cycle. She's healed. She has found the gift and the clarity in the deception, in the backstabbing, in the heartbreak, in the confusion, in the self-defeating thoughts, in the, you know, manipulation, all those things. She has figured it out, okay? And so she's really poised and put together. It's the same energy I got from the Star card energy. That Wonder Woman sort of thing. And it's like, maybe even I saw, or I realized, or I understood that this person was like still dealing with a lot of past burdens that they were carrying around, or that, I mean, maybe it's even I saw them like hit up against the brick wall of, you know, not being able to take on anything else. You know, and this can show up in the form of someone who's like, hey, I'd really like to go out with you on Friday night. And then they call on Thursday and they're like, you know what? Something came up and I can't go out on Friday. Let me do it another time. You know, like someone who just has a lot going on in their life and they can't ever seem to make you a priority, or, kind of put you first or choose you over the other things. And you're like, I see this for what it is. I see that you have your hands full already and you don't really have space for me in your life. And that sucks, because I also see the potential in this situation, or I also see kind of this soulmate energy here. But there's nothing I can do about it. You have to choose to put down those burdens. You have to choose to reprioritize. There could have been a lot of external factors. Also with the 5 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, this can be internal barriers that are blocking this person from the flow of love and from the flow of kind of moving on, or being able to really embrace or open up to this, or even embrace and open up to vulnerability. Can be from past experiences, can be from other responsibilities, outside influences. It's just like, it's almost like I just feel like I'm kind of up against a brick wall. Like, you have to decide to knock down your wall. Like, I can't do it for you. But like with the Tower, it's like it came down. Man, so we have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. We have the Knight of Cups, and we have the King of Pentacles. See, wow, with the Tower and the Star, it's showing me this, that's part of the purpose of this connection, was to help this person to release themselves from these blockages and these barriers. The Knight of Cups with the King of Pentacles. So this person with the Hermit, I feel they have spent some time by themselves really thinking about what they want. This green energy here, it's like giving me a butterfly or a moth kind of situation. And there were butterflies around that healing chaos, the tornado in that card. So, this was a transformative time for this person to just even explore and ask themselves the question, what do I want? Where am I going? What is, who am I, and what are my priorities, and what's important to me? That was just getting those ducks in a row transformed a lot within this person, and probably also outside this person. But it also prepared this person to really come forward in a heart first kind of way. Like, I just keep coming back to this energy of just, and the apology and the soulmate energy. It's like being able maybe to say the things that I couldn't say before, or maybe I skirted around it, or maybe I said them in a way that I was comfortable with that kind of didn't feel as risky. And now it's like I'm dropping that wall, I'm dropping that barrier, and I'm acknowledging that I'm coming forward here in a very heart first kind of way. And there aren't any obstacles or boundaries between us. And this is this person sort of stepping into the energy that they need to step into to be the type of person that can show up for a connection like this. We have the 3 of Cups in reverse, Death in reverse, and the 10 of Cups in reverse with the 6 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It's kind of that old story. Sometimes you have to lose something in order to get right. The Tower has to completely fall apart for you to overcome your lower vibrational tendencies that caused you to kind of build on a faulty foundation to begin with, or to get yourself into such a precarious situation that it all could fall apart like that. So there is this, this energy of when cards are in reverse, sometimes it means the opposite of the card. And sometimes, like, when I'm seeing and feeling this very like personal transformation arc right here, it is something that takes place inside a person. And this feels very much like an internal transformation where somebody is realizing, you know, what I really want is emotional contentment with another person, and kind of like maybe we were at more of the beginning stage, but I was happy, I was carefree, I was, as something was really working out for me, I was looking forward to things, I was happy, you know. I don't like the Three of Cups. It is a card of it, well, of like all tarot cards, it has a lot of meanings, but one of them is just celebration. It's just happy. And I just feel with the Three of Cups, like the three is closer kind of to the beginning. And it feels also like a very light-hearted, carefree, celebratory, you know, it was effortless. It was like I wasn't even trying and everything was just fun. And it is, and it can even be like the mundane. And it also can talk about friendship and, you know, spending time with friends. And it sort of feels like, you know, yeah, there was love, there was happiness, but there was also this energy of friendship. And it's like, in order to be able to receive this, in order to be able to like take it from there to what I ultimately want, this family life partner energy, this emotional contentment with another person, I gotta let myself transform on the inside. I've got to go through this. Like with the butterfly energy, it's just, I gotta have my cocoon moment, you know, with this hermit. It's like, I gotta like pull it all in. I gotta be unafraid to turn into goo and trust that I'm gonna emerge a butterfly. Trust that I'm going to emerge someone that can do this, you know? With the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck upright, there is a heavy feeling of, this is a soulmate. This can be simple. This can be balanced. This can be, you know, just be. Bhakti, my bud. Are you guys playing? Are you out there playing? Oh, you're gonna bring your toy in here. Okay, but we're not done yet. So you gotta take it back out there, okay, lovey? Okay, my lovey. I love you both. Here, look, Grandpa, I'm gonna throw that for you. I'll give you a good throw. Go get it. Wow. So, man, this person is really seeing stuff. I'm telling you, they are really, they are reflecting or they have reflected, and they have a different perspective now that they're in this kind of more still energy. They're realizing how defensive they were, how it's like, I keep getting this energy of like trying to say things without assuming any risk, and that coming from a space of being defensive. It's like, I want to kind of tell you how I feel, but I don't just want to say I love you. You know what I mean? I want to tell you that I can really see us together long term and successful, and that I would really like that. But instead, I'm going to say, look at that old couple over there walking hand in hand. I would really like that someday. And, you know, I'm not taking any risk by saying that, but I'm also not communicating that I think of you as my life partner and as someone I want to go through life with. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It just keeps giving me this, like, I'm throwing the energy this way, but like, it's not an accurate reflection of what's really happening, what I'm really thinking. But I'm expecting, or I'm hoping that you're getting the message from what I'm saying, even though what I'm saying is very different than what I mean to say, or than what I want to say. See this like red energy that's running? It's almost like blood. There is this energy of pain, you know, of bleeding out, you know, of like, I'm just getting like the self-inflicted wounds are the hardest to heal. And it's like, in reflecting back, this person is realizing how defensive they were and where that came from. A lot of fear and illusion with the devil, like their own lower vibrational tendencies. With the Queen of Cups here, it's like who you were to this person or what you were offering this person was like unconditional love. It was a soft place to fall. It was a place of acceptance and non-judgment. It was that place that we all want to like curl into and cuddle with, you know? And they couldn't get out of their own way. They couldn't trust it. They couldn't trust themselves. You know, they were still in this energy of defending themselves from their own fear. Wow, I mean, Jesus, look at this. See, they may have put you a bit on a pedestal. This devil's being clarified by the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles with the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles with the 9 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And again, so we had the Hermit, which is a 9. We have the 9 of Wands coming out twice right here and the 9 of Pentacles. This is the completion of a cycle for sure. And what it is I think this person put you on a pedestal. I think they thought you were beautiful. Maybe they even thought you were out of their league. Maybe you represented every hope and dream that they had. And that they may have even not been in touch enough to know, right? But it whatever it was, you being you really brought out a lot of these fears. And these fears really needed to be dealt with because these fears were exacerbated for this person from past experiences that it didn't kill them. They survived it. They rose after the pain, right? But it caused them to be defensive and it caused them to, you know, shift the way they viewed things. They acted more from a place of fear or a place of lack. And even possibly they, you know, there's that whole school of thought of like, I date people that I'm better than so that I always feel like I'm in the driver's seat. I feel like there's less risk involved with that because I know they're not going to find anyone better, but like I could. And like this could be someone that did that because it gave them a false sense of security. Let me tell you, honey, those people will break your heart just as bad as the other. And I'd rather have my heart broken by someone that I really admire and respect than from someone that, you know, I saw the red flags with and kind of knew I shouldn't get into my sacred space, you know? But this person, it's almost like there's this energy of like batting out of their league and kind of this feeling of it bringing out just the act of that and possibly doing that for the first time that really brought out this scarcity mindset or this feeling that they weren't enough or they weren't good enough. And it really brought out this lower vibrational behavior and energy just because they were like, man, I don't know if I deserve Pisces, you know? But with the Magician, because they want this and they've decided they want that through this energy of the Hermit and through this energy of like reflection and stillness, see this bird, that's a message. They're turning into the Magician, they're channeling their Magician energy, which is like stepping into their true power, understanding that they're the alchemist, that the only person that can change this within themselves is them, and this within the relationship, which is the dual meaning of that healing chaos that came out in the very beginning, is them. You know, they are the alchemist. They can turn something into something else or nothing into something, but they have to believe in it and they have to step into their power and they have to own it and they have to show up and they have to do it. And if ever there was a time, if ever there was a reason, it is this Queen of Cups energy, unconditional love and the possibility of having it. Wow. Yeah, you know, with the Star card basically coming out in reverse, you know, the Star card represents our wish fulfillment and it represents our fate. And it's like, I will have to go without, like, this Queen of Cups will always be the one that got away if I don't step into my power, if I don't close this out, and if I don't open a new chapter in my life. Three of Wands, World card energy. If I don't start looking to the future and what I'm trying to build, and I don't close out the things that are not serving my highest and best and are not serving this vision and this plan and this space that I hold for myself, if I don't get brave, I'm going to lose this Queen of Cups, this phenomenal opportunity at unconditional love. And I don't know that I'll be able to live with that Star card in reverse. It would be like the thing that I have that nothing can compare to, and that is really feeling like unconditional love to me. Yeah, Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It's a decision, always the two. You know, if I don't decide to step into my power and to heal this, then I may just lose it forever. And I may spend the rest of my life going, woe is me. I had the Queen of Cups. I had this opportunity at what I really dream about and what I really want for myself, and I blew it. And is that how I want to spend the rest of my days? Can I live with that? Is that going to be okay with me? I don't think so. I think a lot of you have some communication coming in. It could be a really sincere, honest apology. Hi, guys. You wrestled with the toy. I literally looked up when the Star card came out in reverse, and my granddog, they have like a Woody, you know, from like Buzz Lightyear, the movie. My son bought them a Woody toy because he loves that movie. And my dog had it in his mouth, and my granddog wanted it, and so she bit down on it and was literally dragging my dog, who is a big, he looks like a Dutch shepherd. He like a German shepherd, like, but a Dutch shepherd. She was dragging him across the foyer with this toy by the mouth. And they were just like going across right in front of my office door. I like died. I almost started laughing. It was so funny. Did she drag you? Did she drag you? She's so strong. She is. You're a strong boy too. You didn't give up. You didn't let go of that toy. Let me get you guys some messages. All right. You are the one. This is if you're dealing with a water sign. I want to talk to you. I am trying to figure things out. I don't want to let you down. If you're dealing with a fire sign, our eye contact is insane. I'm still moved by you. My nerves get the best of me sometimes. Trust me, and guilt. If you are dealing with an earth sign, I really do feel that. Like sometimes someone's nerves do get the best of them. You have wishy-washy, anxious. We will be together again. I can't stop thinking of you. And indecisive. And then if you're dealing with an air sign, you have twin flames. I am overthinking everything. We will always be my secret love. I am overcoming my fears, distant, and it's hard for me to explain things. All right, guys, this is what I have for you. I'm sorry I have this like super crazy moment right now, and anyway, we're getting through it, but I'm sorry if you're reaching out to me and I'm not responding. Hopefully I answered the questions about the inquiries of the private readings. There was something else and I can't remember what it is, but thank you all so much. And it drives me crazy when you're thinking about something and then you can't remember what it is. Like it comes to you and then it leaves. Oh, this is happening to me a lot right now. All right. Anyway, it'll come to me again. All right. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I send you off with all my very, very best. Always, always, always. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.